Hello everyone. It's hard to believe that today is the 2nd of July, but it is. As you know, various lockdown restrictions have been or soon will be eased. Parts of society are trying to navigate their way into what comes next as safely as possible. Places of worship are now involved in this process, for on the 29th of June the Stormont Executive announced that they could resume certain forms of worship. Let me bring you up to date on where we are in Bandside with all of that. The central administration of our denomination has provided an extensive list of procedures to be worked through prior to the recommencement of any church activities, including Sunday worship. When this is completed, the Clerk of Presbytery has to be informed. To take this significant piece of work forward, Session has set up a task group which will have the safety and well-being of us all at the forefront of its mind. In addition, there is another aspect to take into account. Our committee and Session took the opportunity provided by lockdown to schedule necessary fire safety upgrade work on our church. This work will begin later in July and continue into August. The combination of these factors means that the earliest we will be able to meet in church will be the end of August or the beginning of September. So, for the summer period, our worship will continue online. I'll give you a more detailed outline of the programme of worship in the coming week or so. At this stage, let me just say that I'll probably not get away from the manse very much over the summer, but I will try to wind things down and I will try to take some annual leave. I will, however, be here if there are any serious pastoral emergencies. Let me also say that as part of our pattern over the summer, I'll do one talk a week. That will be on Wednesdays starting next week. Now, I've been thinking about one thing we can all try to do to make coming out of lockdown a better experience than it might be. Some may be understandably anxious, while others may be equally understandably excited. But whatever our take on things, what we can all do in every encounter and situation is to be kind to one another. My focus on kindness comes from a saying in the Jewish tradition that I was reminded of lately. It says, "The highest form of wisdom is kindness." I like that. The highest form of wisdom is kindness. That idea challenges the way kindness is often viewed as a sort of wishy-washy attribute, and instead it insists that kindness is a trait that shows you have reached the pinnacle on the path to becoming wise. And the idea of kindness, especially kindness finding expression in love, is deeply rooted in the Bible. Ephesians encourages us to be kind to one another. Corinthians reminds us that love is patient and kind. Proverbs says that whoever pursues righteousness and kindness will find life. In addition, Proverbs argues that while people who are kind may derive benefit from this, cruel people certainly hurt themselves as well as others. With great insight, 2 Samuel sees that kindness has the capacity to overcome deep fear. And at a profound level, 1 Samuel understands that showing loving kindness is actually modeling an aspect of who God is. So by being kind, you can point others to God. Jeremiah picks up on this idea of kindness as a core characteristic of God, underlining that the Lord practices loving kindness, justice and righteousness on the earth, so should we. Micah asks the question, what does the Lord require of us? He answers, only this, to do justice, show loving kindness, and walk humbly with God. But I really love what Colossians has to say. Along with other admirable qualities, it tells us to clothe ourselves with kindness. That's a great image that gives rise to a thought. As we emerge from lockdown, but as a society continue to live in the shadow of coronavirus, every time we go out, if we put on a face covering or a mask, let's also remember to put on kindness. And if we don't wear a mask or a face covering, let's make sure we do wear kindness. I look forward to worshipping with you on Sunday. After that, I'll speak to you again next Wednesday. God bless. Bye for now.